White City is a district in the London Borough of Hammersmith and Fulham and forms the northern part of Shepherd's Bush. Today, White City is home to the BBC Television Centre and BBC White City, and Loftus Road Stadium, the home of football club Queen's Park Rangers FC. History: the area now called White City was level arable farm fields until 1908, when it was used as the site of the Franco-British Exhibition and the 1908 Summer Olympics. In 1909 the exhibition site hosted the Imperial International Exhibition and in 1910, the Japan-British Exhibition. The final two exhibitions to be held there were the Latin-British Exhibition and the Anglo-American Exhibition, which was brought to a premature end by the outbreak of the First World War. During this period it was known as the Great White City due to the white marble cladding used on the exhibition pavilions, and hence gave its name to this part of Shepherd's Bush. The White City Stadium in the north of the area, known as the Great Stadium and seating 66,000, was officially opened by King Edward VII on April 27, 1908 for the Olympics. After the Olympics, it continued to be used for athletics until 1914, and was later turned into a greyhound racing track, although it was also used for short periods by Queen's Park Rangers Football Club, and for other sports. In 1931, a 440 yards running track was installed for the Amateur Athletic Association Championships, held there from 1932 to 1970. It hosted one match during the 1966 World Cup. The stadium was demolished in 1985 to make way for the BBC White City building. Today, the 1908 Olympics are commemorated with a list of athletes inscribed on the side of the BBC Broadcast Centre building, and the athletics finish line is marked in the paving outside the building. The marathon from these London Olympics played an important part in the development of the modern marathon race. In the early years of competitive international sport, the long-distance marathon race did not have a standard set distance. The distance run at the first 7 Olympics from 1896 to 1920 varied between 40 km and 42.75 km. The starting point of the race at the 1908 Olympics was at Windsor Castle, creating a distance of 26 miles 385 yards to the finishing line at White City Stadium. In 1921 this was adopted as the standard distance. To house the growing population of Shepherd's Bush, a 5-story housing estate was built in the late 1930s, which also took the name of the White City. Streets were named after countries that had featured in the exhibitions. In 2001, BBC Television Centre was damaged by a car bomb attack by the real IRA. The bomb went off on Wood Lane, in front of the Television Centre news building. On October 30, 2008, Westfield Shopping Centre was opened. New development: Westfield Group has built a new shopping centre, bounded by the West Cross route, the Westway and Wood Lane. This centre has been branded Westfield London. 2 stations were built to serve the centre close to the sites of closed former London Underground stations, Wood Lane on the Hammersmith and City Line, located to provide a walking distance connection with the Central Line station at White City. Shepherd's Bush on the West London Line, to the east of the site adjacent to the Holland Park roundabout and served by London Overground trains. In 2007, it was announced that the BBC would sell its landmark television centre as part of a cost-cutting programme. In 2008 English Heritage announced its recommendation to list parts of TV Centre as an excellent example of 20th-century architecture. Imperial College London purchased the BBC Woodlands site for £28 million in 2009. Imperial College is currently developing a 7-acre campus on the site. Schools in the area include Burlington Danes Academy and Phoenix High School. Nearest places: Wormwood Scrubs, Notting Hill, Kensal Green, Bayswater, Harlesden, North Kensington, Acton, West Kensington, Shepherd's Bush. Nearest tube stations: White City, Shepherd's Bush Market, Wood Lane, Shepherd's Bush, Goldhawk Road, Latimer Road, East Acton. Nearest railway stations: Shepherd's Bush. Popular culture: Pete Townshend, of The Who and former resident of Shepherd's Bush, released a solo album entitled White City, a novel in November 1985 on Atco. The title refers to a story which accompanies the album and which takes place in the London area of White City. The Pogues made a song about the stadium and its demolition, called White City. It can be found on their 1989 album Peace and Love. North of the Westfield shopping centre itself, the grey two-listed Dimco buildings, now refurbished as a bus depot, were used as the location for the Acme Factoria unregistered trademark in the 1988 film Who Framed Roger Rabbit? The journalist Daisy Waugh lives in White City. See also, History of Shepherd's Bush. Gallery. References. External links, official site of White City Development, CLLR. Stephen Cowan, Leader of the Opposition, Local Labour Party, details of new transport infrastructure, White City Development from Local Youth Group.